Thank you everybody for coming to our show. It's Wisdom Wednesday! Yay! Our host is Danny Haddad. And tonight we're going to study Drop the D's. Drop it!
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Too much fun. You're having too much fun here.
Oh, yes, sir. Welcome, Facebook.
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Danny coming at you to Wisdom Wednesday. This week's Wisdom Wednesday is based on drop D tuning. A lot of times when people think about drop tuning, or at least when I used to think about drop tuning, I would be so intimidated by it. Whenever I would come across a tab book or anything or a song that was like, yeah man, this song's in drop, I'd be like, oh man, definitely don't want to learn it. I always just was like so intimidated by the fact that it was just in drop tuning. But in reality, once I learned that the drop tuning is just something really simple. Let's just say we're in standard tuning. So let's say we're in standard tuning. Alright, what we want to do is we want to make our top string sound like our D string. This string right here, the third string. You see that one, Freddie?
Yeah.
You see that one right there?
That's the one.
That one. Alright, so we want to take that string right here.
Oh, yeah.
You see that one, Freddie?
Yes, sir.
And we want to make it look like that one. Alright, so what I like to do is when I want notes to when I want to match the strings, it's easier for me to just hit both the strings and just drop it down. But I actually go out of tune and then I bring it back up to kind of come into tune. It's a little trick that I do, but you might have your own way of tuning. And now I bring it back into tune. And what I'm looking for is kind of like a wavering that kind of just eases out. So like if you see like right here, there's like a little bit of a bounce. You can hear a little bit like, whoa. But if you let the note ring out, and it's like boom, it like lines in. And you don't really hear like the wavering of the notes. But I don't know if you can really hear that so well on the microphone on the Samsung Galaxy S8.
It's working good, sir.
Hashtag Samsung S8.
That's it, sir. It's working.
Alright, so now that we're in drop D is really cool because there's a lot of things you can do with drop D. Actually, a lot of our songs are in drop D, or at least a lot of the earlier stuff in Taking Saturn, such as what you may know as Be the Fire is in drop D.
Oh, yeah. That's the rock and roll.
Alright, so another one of our songs that's in drop D tuning is Freddie, what's the song called? Freddie. So, Finding You. Anyway, so that's actually another one of our songs. We actually have a bunch of songs, and a lot of them are actually in drop D. I don't know if I did that because I was trying to sound like darker or something. I don't know. I mean, like when I hear the drop D tuning, I think that sometimes it can sound darker. But it doesn't always have to. You know what I mean? You can have stuff that sounds a little bit more uplifting or brighter or whatnot. But in general, the drop D tuning is really cool. I like it. If you feel like you get kind of caught up maybe like in standard tuning and you're not really fresh with ideas, or you're getting kind of stagnant with your playing, going into a different kind of tuning can really kind of make the world of difference. You know, I would recommend maybe going into like a drop D tuning, going into drop C. As we, go on into, in the next couple of weeks, I'm actually going to explore a little bit further into the drop D tuning, some of the things that I like to do with it, especially with like pedals and delay pedals and things of that nature. So there's a lot of really cool things to do. I would definitely, like I said, try to take an exploration and, try to go into it. If you've never really played with drop D, another really cool aspect of drop D tuning is that it makes playing chords a little bit easier when it comes to power chords, at least. A lot of times you would hear like power chords and you kind of have this specific shape that everyone kind of uses. But in drop D tuning, you don't really have to do that. You can just borrow like the top 3 notes and... There's so many cool things that are really, in drop D. I mean, it's a really awesome tuning. I would definitely get into it. And, like I said, in the next couple of weeks, we'll go into a little bit further. I really appreciate you guys tuning in this week. Next week, we'll go into a little bit further with drop D tuning, a couple more songs. I'll actually show you guys how to actually play some of the actual riffs that we have. And, I'm really excited to kind of go the next couple of weeks and kind of show you guys some of the material and some of the ways that we wrote some of the songs that we did. And hopefully you guys can kind of get a little bit of information out of that and see how the way I kind of come up with some ideas and riffs and kind of utilize them in some of your playing. And until then,
thank you for
catch
joining
me on
us.
the Instagram, catch me on the YouTubes, catch me on the IGs.
Thank you.
You catch Freddie.
Yes, thank you.
Freddie Fetid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Saturn. Thank you for Wisdom Wednesday. And see you all next week.
Definitely, but on a serious note, if you guys can, share it. Maybe someone might actually appreciate these tips or the videos in general.
Hey, hit the like button down.
Yeah, hit the like button if you guys can. Really appreciate that. And, a little bit of something on the way out.
Oh, yeah.